anything much about. We can't allow him get against us. The country Finland is offering him, is giving him refuge. They are running helter skelter because they understand that there is a new sheriff. We are not in the era of talk. We are in the era of action. I've always told my Biafra leaders that it's time for action to engage our enemy without distraction. So they are legitimize Nigeria and then also legitimize the rule. In the southeast, yes. For some of the elements and the leaders of these groups are outside of the country. Yeah. And then externally, we have external people that equally support them. The issue of IPOB. There's a lot of funding that comes in there. Yes. Are you worried? Because an operation, a special operation on the sit-at-home IPOB situation in this. And then externally, we have external people that equally support them. The issue of IPOB. There's a lot of funding that comes in there. Yes. Are you worried? Because an operation, a special operation on the sit-at-home IPOB situation in the southeast. Yes. But some of the elements and the leaders of these groups are outside of the country. Yes. We have repeatedly complained about the issue of Simon Epa. He is in Finland, and then externally, we have external people that equally support them. The issue of IPOB. There's a lot of funding that comes in there. Yes. Are you worried? Because an operation, a special operation on the sit-at-home IPOB situation in the southeast. Yes. But some of the elements and the leaders of these groups are outside of the country. Yes. We have repeatedly complained about the issue of Simon Epa. He is in Finland, and then externally, we have external people that equally support them. The issue of IPOB. There's a lot of funding that comes in there. Yes. Are you worried? Because an operation, a special operation on the sit-at-home IPOB situation in the southeast. Yes. But some of the elements and the leaders of these groups are outside of the country. Yes. We have repeatedly complained about the issue of Simon Epa. He is in Finland, and we have external people that equally support them. The issue of IPOB. There's a lot of funding that comes in there. Yes. Are you worried? Because an operation, a special operation on the sit-at-home IPOB situation in the southeast. Yes. But some of the elements and the leaders of these groups are outside of the country. Yes. We have repeatedly complained about the issue of Simon Epa. He is in Finland, and then externally, we have external people that equally support them. The issue of IPOB. There's a lot of funding that comes in there. Yes. Are you worried? Because an operation, a special operation on the sit-at-home IPOB situation in the southeast. Yes. But some of the elements and the leaders of these groups are outside of the country. Yes. We have hour of today, 1st October 2024. My fellow Biafrans, in the early hour of today, 1st October 2024, the Biafra Defense Forces has destroyed, neutralized the proposed facility that was built to house and train Boko Haram in a place called Egimembano in Imo State, former Imo State. Any more of such facility will be destroyed by Biafra forces. We call on Biafrans to give credible information on any further project of the Nigeria terrorist state targeted at bringing in Boko Haram for training in Biafra land, or to be used to house fighters that the intention was to use against Biafra forces. Because the Nigeria terrorist army has been defeated, and also bring in fighters in whatever guise.
They can't continue to have security votes, sit down, come to Abuja every month and go back home and obey Simon Ekpa. And then they themselves don't go to work. They tell their families not to go to work. And they move around, like you said, burning police stations from one police station to the other. This must stop. Nigeria is not a banana republic. It's not something we can gloss over. We must bring it to an end.
Solution. Serious solution, not group of hoodlums. These are group of cabals, or may I call it group that are obedient to Samuel Eba. They have their heads in every state in the southeast, and are functioning. They live in the bushes there. So I want to submit here, please, the matter should be taken more serious than is being presented in the chamber. It has had decision of the state governors. Let the federal government intervene. I so submit.
You may not know the day that Simon Ekpa has given instruction that nobody should go out.
Who is the gang leader? Mr. President,
Is to protect.
Abi, shock where? The convention is shock, oh. Ikoya, Ejugo, Butuzor. Ikoya, Ejugo. Commander Gento. Ikoya, Ejugo. Commander Holyghost. Ikoya, Ejugo. Hey! Commander Liquid Metal. Ikoya, Ejugo. In the mouth of Ngozi. Ikoya, Ejugo. Hey! How can somebody just phantom this phrase? How can somebody phantom this phrase? If you say that the cup of the Biafra Defense Forces is full, whose cup now will now be free? Because you were sent for a purpose. When you are able to you started with what? You started with finance. And then they didn't allow you. You went to the defense. To destroy a country, there are 3 points you need to deal with. There are 3 focal points that seems to be the strongest pillar of that country. Go to the defense, 1. Go to the finance, 2. Go to their media. You will cripple that country. You see? Ikoya. Ejugo. Biafra defense. What is the USB without the Biafra defense headquarters that was unveiled in Helsinki in 2023? Why was it unveiled? What necessitated Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our supreme leader, to came about Eastern Security Network? What came about it, or what happened? Waiting happened. Waiting transpired at that time. that made our supreme leader to now say we must have our own security network. Now, we are not talking about security network. We are talking about the liberation army of a country made of volunteers that have been in the trenches since 2012, sacrificed their lives, sacrificed that of their families, sacrificed their future and their generations and their pleasure, treasure, anything that somebody can be enjoying. These people have sacrificed it all, so that you can have a Biafra that you say is Biafra, United States of Biafra. Then all of a sudden, they have defended Biafra land, protected and kept it this far. They fought and brought Biafra to limelight. They made international community to be able to recognize the name Biafra and to listen to it and to talk about it and to create more attention about the Biafra. They make one Nigerian terrorist government to become fearful. They make one Nigerian terrorist government to now talk about Biafra and discuss Biafra everywhere. Why? Because there was a defense headquarters under the control and command of General Igwe Butuzor, General Gento, General Holyghost, General Liquid Metal. These men sacrificed to defend Biafra land. And they have stood their ground, done it. You see the results. Is it by the Woto videos that you're looking for? Or is it by the confirmation from the Nigerian defense chiefs, starting from the police, the Navy, the Air Force, the Army? Which of them have not confirmed to tell you that the effectiveness of the Biafra Liberation Army is speaking volume? So the National Assembly summoned Musa with all the service chiefs that they should come and tell them how it is possible that Simon Ekpa and his Biafra government are taking the airspace away from them, and then they are lamenting. Have Nigerian government not granted interview in all the international media houses calling on Europe to get Simon Ekpa for them? Is it not because they have not been able to take Simon Ekpa to Nigeria that you speak Biafra? The man that sacrificed everything, he is now in detention on the betrayal of you. And today, I hear something. Ikoya Ejugo Butuzor. Hey! Ikoya Ejugo Commander Holyghost. Ike. Hey! Oh my God. Oh my God. Commander Gentle. Commander Liquid Metal. Ikoya Ejugo.
Sani Akparawa, Ikoye Ejugo.
Hey! 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 Hey!
Arume.
Alu Mero. Alu Mero. My minister, this thing shocked me. It shocked me. It shocked me. Well. It shocked me. If they say they tap me from sleep, tell me, say, make I can't listen to waiting at the year for radio or for television, I wouldn't believe, oh, honestly. I will not believe this one. But listening to it and hearing it with my own ear, and the voice is not doctored, the voice is the way it came. Shock. Shock. So before Musa got worried, make una listen, oh.
And then externally, we have external people that equally support them. The issue of IPOP. There's a lot of funding that comes in there. Idiot. Yes. Are you worried Because you know an operation, you have to be special.
BDF, CDF, or Musa, are you worried? Of course. Of course, he is worried. Why is he worried? He is worried because the Biafra Defense Headquarters has given him sleepless nights when it comes to the issue of the indigenous people of Biafra. Hey, hey. And it is those people that gave Musa sleepless night that Ngozi Fulani is telling you, Ikoya, Ejugo. Hey! Prime Minister will be having bombs on his body now, listening to this very audio conversion. Yes. And I want to remind all Biafrans, Nelly was Prime Minister, and Prime Minister was Nelly. Are you listening to me? Because some of you are foolish. You don't know anything. You just came out from obedience and one Nigeria. I'm repeating it again. Prime Minister will tell you, I am Nelly and Nelly is me. Because he wanted to see if he will see the best of you in you. He will protect you to see if the best of you will come out, even when he sees that you have some side effects. And then, when you watch the video meeting that Ngozi leaked out from the government, you see how Prime Minister defended and protected Orabu Fulani. But today, Prime Minister is disappointed of everything that this woman has done. Do you know what it means for your boss, who you answer yes sir and carry his file? You happens to be his mail runner. You run the day-to-day activities of his office. He tells you, organize this, you organize. Call these people, you call. Do this, you do. Then, your boss now happens to travel. As he travels and then come back, you rush to go and welcome your boss. Your boss say, stop, don't come close to me. Don't touch me, don't touch me. You now become a poisonous smell to your boss. How many of you understand that illustration? This is the kind of poison that this is the kind of poison that the this is the kind of poison that the Honorable Fulani woman has become to Prime Minister. So the Prime Minister has been able to communicate with many of his government cabinet through the attorney. He cannot believe himself that his COS can be this treacherous. He cannot carry his phone. He cannot carry the phone that is permitted to him to even make communication. Like he has communicated to many of his cabinet members and sent messages and instructions. He cannot carry the phone and then call someone that had acclaimed to be the most trusted. Because within this time that he is inside, he now come to understand and see the real uniform that Ngozi body. Very disappointed. Very, very disappointing and extra disappointing. Biafra Defense Forces. Ikoya Ejugo. Hey, if not even Sonny, now you use this phrase for Ikoya Ejugo. I for even take am anyhow. No, I go take am anyhow. Minister University, don't laugh. Oh. If na me, now they only use this phrase on. I go take my own anyhow. Eh? I go no say na just Sonny na him be this. Eh? Because na only for cabinet they see me, they don't know much about me. So maybe okay, I'm not useful. Never see me one on one, do this or send me this. So I'm not useful. But when you talk of the Biafra Defense Forces, men and women that have sacrificed their lives for years for this Biafra liberation, and they are still sacrificing till date. These men and women don't have joy anymore. Their joy has become agony in the forest. Their joy has become pains and penury. They are carrying the entire Biafra on their head. They carry the responsibility of over 80 million people of the Biafra nation on their head. And then you hear somebody spitting the phrase, Ikoya Ejugo. Hey! To Biafra Defense Forces. If to say you just talk beside the scene, you use lipstick, clean your mouth, so that if somebody comes, you go say, now because of the blood way there for your lips, now in cosam. Maybe when you try to speak, your lip come rub now. You run, go the other side, so you call them slip of lip. This one not going to be tongue, so slip of lip. When they ask you, say, may they look your mouth. Whether they don't see this red thing, wait for you, say, na blood. Use them, take the sieve. Say, na mistake of slip of the lip. But this one is not a slip. This one is not a slip of the lip. This one is a thing that you did. Because Musa was worried. Yes, Musa was worried about the effectiveness of this Biafra, Biafra, Biafra. Then the senators told you that, Mr. Speaker, we are worried.
Mr. President, the Senate is worried.
Oh, it wasn't even Mr. Speaker. It was Mr. President. Oh my God. So that means the matter is on Tinubu's table. Mr. President of the Senate, because after you now for you to reach the president to communicate this into the president of the Federation of Nigeria, Mr. President of the Senate, take this matter to Tinubu. The Senate is worried that if the activity of Simon Ekpa, the activity of Biafra, anyway you hear Simon Ekpa, or activity of Simon Ekpa, just know that they are talking about Biafra government. Just substitute Simon Ekpa for Biafra government, BRGIE. That is what you should understand. Mr. President, the Senate is worried that if the activities of Biafra government is not checkmated, if we don't cripple them, if we don't buy somebody inside there to destroy their defense, their finance, and their media, hey, we are afraid, they will end up convincing the entire country, and then they will gang up, and then there will be a massive revolution alongside with them, and then Nigeria will break up. So they have to now devise a means of getting who will play the role. They located a vulnerable fellow inside the Biafran government.
Mr. President, the Senate is worried.
Very, very worried.
That if the activities of Simon Ekpa, who is issuing the illegal sit-at-home order, is not checked, he may succeed in corrupting the minds of Nigerian youths and turning them against the government of Nigeria. Accordingly, the Senate resolved to condemn the sit-at-home in totality, as well as the nefarious activities of Simon Ekpa, who is the gang leader.
And then you hear this Senate president then lament again.
What has been the rule so far of the various state governments?
What has been the role of the How far have they tried to buy this Simon Ekpa? How far have they tried to buy this Biafra government? How far have they used all devices that they have to penetrate their circle to see if they can utilize the techniques that is available on the table? How far have they attempted to buy one of them to see if they can betray that their government? Today, you can hear it from Madam Ngozi Fulani. Igoya, Ejugo, Biafra Defense Forces. Hey, General Butuzor. Ngozi say, Igoya, Ejugo. General Holyghost. Ngozi say, Igoya, Ejugo. General Gento. Ngozi say, Igoya, Ejugo. General Liquid Metal. Ngozi say, Igoya, Ejugo. Very, very shocking to hear this kind of utterances. Shocking to hear this kind of utterances coming out from the mouth of the most acclaimed, trusted, who has now become the most trusted of one Nigeria. Did it even stop there? He didn't stop there. Oh. He went on to say the concluding part. I have not unveiled my connections in Nigeria yet. I will unveil it. And when I unveil it, hey, I will use it to destroy the Biafra. Bakam. And then, when Simon Ekpa come back, I will disappear. Francis Diana, say it. She confirm. How about me? Waiting I go there, they do. Me and you, Jakam, Ikuya, Ejugo, Biafra Defense Forces. That is why over 50 million naira of Biafra donation that is supposed to go to Biafra Defense Forces were now taken to Bubago for their new group of recruitment. That's why you hear Biafra Defense Forces, Igoya, Ejugo, because they have already made arrangement to go and destroy the Biafra Defense Forces and then align with Ebubago. That is how the connectivity of the talk came out. When you hear Ugo 247 tell you, I was there, oh. I know more than you. Oh. Even they drag the matter with Adarama. He said, na me no pass. Now me know the thing pass. Oh. Don't come and carry my talk and talk. Allow me to talk my talk. Uh-huh. Now me know I'm pass. Oh. Wait, let me see. For those that did not hear it, let us remind some people. Now me get the talk. Oh. Now me know the secret. Oh. You don't even know where. Now I don't have my contact and say, okay, if you say now you even know. Wait, make I tell you the one way you don't know now. Hey, Igoya, Ejugo, Biafra Defense Forces. This is why they took. Okay, listen to another man.
Was contracted to go and stop them. Caterpillar went there and move. This Caterpillar, they're not catching on one. Caterpillar is a ego. Caterpillar, if not for Caterpillar, the healing.
Now, do you now know hear and know why now they were already singing the praises of Caterpillar? When on the other audio, they are telling you that Biafra Defense Forces, Igoya Ejugo. Aha! You hear them now. They sing praises of Caterpillar Ibubagu, commander. Then this is earlier conversion of this one that Adarama did. Then the one of Igoya Ejugo now, this one now is recent. This one is recent. So this first one now has happened. The money they took to Caterpillar and recruited Caterpillar to come so that they will now go and start looking for avenue to go and buy. Their coming here was not actually to even go to this Yamufu the way they call it. It was to go and do what? To go and carry out this Igoya Ejugo. It was to go and carry out this Igoya Ejugo to the Biafra Defense Forces. on Butuzor, Holyghost, gentle, liquid metal. This is where you hear this first confession here. This first confession here was coming to go and carry out this later confession of Igoya Ijugo.
Hey! Hey! This is what so many people don't know. Hey! And this and that Orama don't even know. All she knows is that somebody told her that caterpillar is now back. She carry it. Let me tell you something. We go 247. Before caterpillar joined, the first time I call caterpillar, on a message caterpillar leave, which I have the message. I'm not gonna play here.
Don't
I
play.
still have that message.
Don't play. Don't play.
The first to telephone communication, caterpillar have with you no one. Kita kama Amado Musa if I am them quarter safe. No, defense minister. I call them a defense. I have the message. Caterpillar leave. From Bank and Normana. Caterpillar is coming back. I just keep quiet and watching. The first contact. Unna Caterpillar wele. We need Caterpillar go. Koje go and walk. Parine wele me. For how long? For how many days? No one know what take yo. Caterpillar no, but don't wait to find Caterpillar again. And I got Caterpillar on the phone. Go deliver. Nobody sick. We got 247. But what was
no?
We got 247.
But was no?
Oh, when we anything in my. In all even now, Baggy. Oh, yeah, Papa Takara, good day, make a mistake. I'm a man. Why is that you just can't use it in there? Ada pipe low.
Ada, put the low, put the low. When I see waiting to happen there, when I see waiting to happen, I were a man. Eh? I were a man of Biafra Defense Forces that have been doing the wonders, the magics. Hey, wait, I'm looking for the video where Onyendu said, pray for the resurrected angels that have come to revenge the death of Biafrans. Those that want Nigeria have killed their mothers, killed their children, killed their women and men. Oyendu said, when you wake up, he said, remember to pray for them. Oh. Remember to tell God to protect them. Yes. Because these are the men that have come to revenge the death of those that want Nigerian terrorists have massacred. Remember to pray for them. That was his advice to you. So, very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very is doing. You must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. So this admonition now from Prime Minister, many people did not find it funny. We didn't even know that there are people that are out there on the fence that are not even inside autopilot then. When they heard of this, hey, they decided to lobby one Nigeria to find their ways into the Biafran government so that they can come and destroy this message, this accolade that our supreme leader was giving to Simon Ekpa. Because the enmity has been there long before now. The enmity has been there. Oyendu said, when you wake up, remember to do this prayer. Pray for those that God have brought to revenge the death of Biafrans. Because many have been massacred. Many have been slaughtered, but nobody to speak for them. But now, we have gotten angels that God sent from above to revenge the death of every Biafran that have been massacred. And then, the angels were available there, which nobody even called them. They rose up on their own to revenge the death of Biafrans. Those that they have made motherless, fatherless, sisterless, uncle-less, relationless, grandmama-less, grandpapa-less. These angels came to come and revenge their death. Then there came another man now that came in a very fine French suit. In the suit that he wore, only his suit is causing panic to one Nigeria. That is why you hear the Senate cry. What has been the procedure or the tactics that one Nigerian governors in the East applied to see that they destroy the Biafran government? Because it is not just them making noise. Then on Monday, they will still obey the sit at home. So what you people can see that have happened here is that after all these lamentations from the Senate, lamentation from Musa and all the service chiefs, they now devise a strategy from what Musa said and from what this senator said. This senator lamented something.
Mr. President, the Senate is worried.
The Senate is worried
That if the activities of Simon Ekpa, who is issuing the illegal sit-at-home order, is not checked, he may succeed in corrupting the minds of Nigerian youths and turning them against the government.
and turning them against the terrorist government of Nigeria if the activities of Biafra government is not checked. So, what did now their Okakpatakpata say?
What has been the rule so far of the various state governments? They can't continue to have security votes, sit down, come to Abuja every month and go back home and obey Simon Ekpa. And then they themselves don't go to work. They tell their family not to go to work. And they move around, like you said, burning police stations from one police station to the other. This must stop. Nigeria is not a banana republic. It's not something we can gloss over. We must bring it to an end.
Solution. Serious solution, not group of hoodlums. These are group of cabals, or may I call it group that are obedient to Sam Eba. They have their heads in every state in the southeast, and are functioning. They live in the bushes there. So I want to submit here, please, the matter should be taken more serious than is being presented in this House chamber. It has defied the solution of the state governors. Let the federal government intervene. I so submit.
You may not know the day that Simon Ekpa has given instruction that nobody should go out. That's why we are spending time to discuss this issue. It's a very serious issue. But the primary purpose of government is to protect the lives and also cater for the welfare of citizens. In the southeast, if this situation is allowed to linger, the welfare of the citizens are already affected, and their lives are not safe. One of my senators from my community in Kpai sent his chief of staff to go to Anambra State. He did not know that that was the sit-at-home day. The chief of staff was killed, and about 4 people in his convoy murdered.
Now, let's bring you back to the sit at home. What happened when the Biafra de facto government and the Biafra Defense Force declared sit at home? after Biafrans were massacred in Yamufu, after Biafrans were massacred in Biafra land after the convention in January. What happened? What happened? What happened? Ngozi came out openly and said, sit at home to revenge the death of those Biafrans cannot hold. She now went and then used the name of General Igwe Butuzor, blackmailed him, and then wrote the message on Twitter and circulated it. All our errats carried it. They do program. They kick against the sit at home. Did you hear Senate President of One Nigeria, Kpai, you're telling you here that they have to also engage and see how they will stop sit at home. Ngozi used her hand and her mouth to pronounce that sit at home cannot hold. Sit at home that was to revenge the death and to mourn the death of the Biafrans that were slaughtered by our counterpart of One Nigerian government. When General Igwe Butuzor now came out to debunk her using his name to write the memo that there is cancellation of sit at home, that there is no sit at home, do you now see how they come about? Butuzor, Igoya Ejugo, because Butuzor has spotted her to be a snake. Butuzor has realized to see who she really is. Someone that will impersonate you, use your name, and then write something, bring it to publish in the media, and say you are the one that said it, when you did not say so. You hear Fabio now telling you that they must find a way to fight against this sit at home so that they will not declare sit at home again. So that even when they massacre you, you will not use it at home as a tool of revenge to fight the terrorists back. Some of you don't know that declaring the sit at home gives a leeway and a free avenue and a clear route, enabling environment for the Biafra Defense Forces to engage the terrorists that massacred the Biafrans in those communities. Because you are now going to go and comb those areas to bring out the terrorists. So every Biafran should be away from the bushes. They should be away from the road. They should be away from schools. They should be away from churches. They should all stay in their houses, inside, to give them enabling environment for them to go to get these terrorists and to bring them out. When you want to know and understand the beginning of who is fighting against this very government, you start from looking at a sit-at-home, which is a multi-dimensional approaches that this Biafra government has been using for years against the terrorists of One Nigeria. You come, you fight the sit-at-home. Now, you come, you fight the Biafra Defense Forces. The Chief of Defense Staff of Biafra Defense Forces headquarters is the person that you are saying, Igoya Ejugo. You have one rabbi that you have planted in another state and say, when he now lives where he is, to go to that place, Igoya Ejugo, he will see his head on a spike. Biafra Defense Forces. Then those that are following you don't ask these questions. These blind followers. Anyway, most of them are not the blind followers. Most of them are obedient. Most of them are one Nigerianists. Most of them are IPOBDOS, who never for once loved the template of the Biafran government from the beginning. So how will you now sleep and wake up and then expect to see anything good coming out from a place that never had anything good before? The magic It had to happen. Listen to them, oh. Listen to them.
So from the messages I drop, the boy, I keep saying is a nice guy. Mana, we saw Holyghost, so that get so I have nothing against my Yamana.
When I hear them, okay. You go. Hey. The Biafra Defense Forces. You don't have anything against them, but because they don't want to leave the Biafra government to follow your group of USB group, which you registered in January or February, because they refuse to abandon Prime Minister who set up a precept for them, who gave them a template to follow and to continue with that template no matter anything that happens, which is a template that will take them to the final destination. Because they have refused to reject the Prime Minister, because they have refused to betray the Prime Minister. Goya Ejugo. Goya Ejugo, Biafra Defense Forces. Hey. Goya Ejugo, Biafra Defense Forces from Ngozi and what's the other name? Pharmacist Diana. This is Biafra Defense Forces that you people are going. Hey! People that sacrifice their lives for Biafrans to be alive. People that sacrifice their lives for us to even answer this name, Biafra, again. People that sacrifice their lives for us to have the notion and the reason to come together and to realize that there is a need to still hold on to Biafra. There is a need to rekindle the fire of Biafra. That there is a need for us to restore our lost glory and dignity and integrity and our identity. People that made us to have a voice. People that have sacrificed everything in their lives. Ijugo. Because they refuse to dance to your tone, to the template that one Nigeria have given you, to use and enter the Biafran government and destroy everything. Because they have refused, because they have refused, Ijugo. Because they have refused, Ijugo, because they have refused. They have refused to betray the original structure. They have refused to betray everything that they have believed in. Because they have refused to betray. This is another one. No? They have no clue. They have no clue at all. Odogu Jepota, Asana, those in so bad, they are very good. Marian, my boy, I have a problem now. When Odogu Jepota, Asno, ye, dozy. Edozie mana iti ya ma oda kne ya apply odogwu je pụta o odogwu hapụrụ ụlọ odogwu nyere bezolo gate odogwu na ebere baba bụrụ USB suze de ye edozi kama iti ya ma ona ya apply by then we destroy tag everything una afuka na onda no formation odogwu na anya na nda no formation odogwu na aji fe ndị bụ na ndị egedefụ wee pụta gbapụta izizi mgbapụta tie mkpu n'oke ọnụ everybody turn against Adam Moore. Everybody mpụta yọm biko mmụọ sị mụ yọọ pipe low and I beg I pipe low mana or my name another way system to come out then I come out mkwechiri million years ago now no maja na manke wezi okwu anwa ya aja na ya cha now no maja aja manke wezi okwu no na famacha ze nke wezi okwu no na bacho iji eme ife na nke abosasiri fa ai tigo mu kwe beputago m gezie no nte famasi jana say
Odogu je Butuzor say le Ngozi. See the man I am apple. Because someone at them they go po. Oh man that no other to can never come with them. Then they can't. The plan goes all Orabueze and with the voice. Ya pụta n'ọkwa ekpere anyị. Ọdọgwa gwagwata anything ka ngwagwo. Ya pụta n'ọkwa ekpere anyị. Ya nwa nkọ, mụ nwa nkọ. Congola on about you go to flag. I do go ready to pack her bag and go. Every the show, every no. Why here you will pack your bag and go? Why here you will put?
And on this very note, please, everyone in the media, dependent and independent and Biafran government media, I understand the pain. Yes. I understand the agony. I understand the fury. I understand the lust. When many of you listened to that Rama, whether 3 days ago, when I called her to speak here, she said, these monstrous beings that they have led to the death of 1,000 and something Biafrans. Yes, she used her mouth to say it. She said what she was part of and what she knows. Yes. So I understand the pain of many people that have lost their families in the course of the sabotage that these people have done. Yes. I understand that if your direct brother or sister or children or women and men were involved, you will not have the heart of even listening to anything from this confession going forward. Yes. But going forward, the media team, anyone speaking in the media, encourage Adade Rama, Remigius, and the rest of them, and Mama Onowu, that are coming out to open the Pandora box. Don't attack them for now. Please. Quench your fire, media team. Allow them to continue to open the Pandora box. Yes. Share their videos when they are opening the Pandora box. Share. Let the world hear the evil and the atrocities. Let it be on record. Post it on all platforms. All these exposés, all these confessions that is coming out. Yes. Please, I'm calling on the media team. I say, I understand the pain in the heart of everyone. I understand the level of the sabotage that this Orabufulla-led group have done to Biafran government and Prime Minister since after the convention. Yes, I understand that we would have been at the point of many court houses of one Nigeria, many barracks and stations, many civil defense, many federal and state houses packing out of Biafra land by now, because the momentum that Biafrans would have gathered in unison to fund their liberation, wonders would have been happening every day, not every week, every day. The Woto Promax would have skyrocketed into thousands square. I understand the pain, yes, but why? Make una shit una sword. Nobody should attack them again, please. Allow them to continue to open the Pandora box. Yes. They have used me to do all manners of propaganda and blackmail. Do you see me worry about that now? No, I'm not worried about that. I want all Biafrans that have been deceived to come back to realize the Biafra that they started. It doesn't matter that you said or they said, I collected money from Nigeria. I was the one that betrayed Prime Minister. I was the one that betrayed the convention. I wanted to destroy this and that. They had no evidence to give you. So wait for them when it is the day. They will still come back to talk about that one and to undo what they did. But for now, I don't even want them to go to that side yet. They should go into the digging, and opening the Pandora box of what they know that this evil woman we're using 1 and 2 peoples to do. Yes. So that the formidability, the connectivity, the togetherness, the connection of all Biafrans will come back. Yes. The resources that should have gone into one channel to get down to go and take care of our liberation, which they have torn apart, we want it to start coming back. So nobody should attack Adarama again. Nobody should attack Mama Onowe again. Nobody should attack Remigius again. Please allow them to continue to undo what they were used to do. Yes. Let them continue to undo. Let them continue to open the Pandora box so that every Biafran will be coming back. And also, please, when they are on program, tell them they should be putting the Biafran government website there. They should be posting the fundraising flyers there. They should be posting all the links that somebody can easily reach out to go and do what? Make donation to the liberation under BRGIA. Shoot your sword, oh, media team, please. We want everybody back, not to back to Sonio Mbano. Because when you listen to this lady, she is so bitter with Sonny. She is so bitter with Sonny because Sonny Akbarawa did not allow her to destroy Prime Minister and the Biafran government. So you are not coming back to Sonny. You are coming back to our Biafra, our Biafra, our Biafra. Yes. I want everybody to come back and then fund our Biafra, which we started, which we still have a long journey to go. Yes. Share what they are bringing, these Pandora boxes. That is why, as we are here now, we are using it to do program, so that those that did not hear will hear. Because those that also hear it in a very rapid manner and did not sit down to pick the point. Because when you listen to this conversation now, if you don't listen very well and put your ear down, you will not pick this phrase, Igo ya ejugo. If you don't put your ear down well, assimilate this message, listen to it 2 or 3 times, you will not come and pick this phrase to understand the dangers of this phrase that is embedded in this very conversation. No. So please, allow them, share what they are bringing, the Pandora box that they are opening. Let Adarama continue to bring more. Mama Onowu, bring more. Remigius, bring more. But please, everything that you're going to bring, try to bring that evidence, factual. Don't do like the propaganda that they use you people to do, because nothing that they gave you people to be doing propaganda against Sonny, Ajare, and Okenkere had any evidence. So now that you're going to start bringing about these evil women and men that are in that place now, be coming with evidences, like this one now, like this one that Adarama brought now, you can hear it, evidence-based. You listen to it, you hear it, you touch it, you feel it. Then you can feel the pain of Ngozi Fulani against Sonny. Hey, I don't have anything against Butuzor. I am with that now. So from the message you saw drop, the boy, I keep saying he's a nice guy. Mana, yeah, we saw Holyghost, so don't get carried. So yeah, yeah, man, I have nothing against. Ikoye Ejugo. When I hear where the word, the phrase go there, the phrase go there very low. So if you don't listen very well, you know, go pick that thing where they talk there. Oh, it is somewhere hidden. My the 40 state of Biafra, it is decentralized. As a commander in a state, in Eastern Economic State, in a Hauku State, in our commander and the hunting there with the That is why. Monday, Holyghost,
believe in now come Ika because we not another state can't tell you. That is the thing.
Yeah. When you go to another state, Kapia Yegi. Now they hear the plan. When you go to when Holyghost, when Butuzor will now go to another state, Kapia Yegi. This is the Biafra Defense Forces General Command. Just like you have a Chief of Defense Staff, Musa, for one Nigeria. Then Chief of Defense Staff came to 82 Division. And then, Kapia Yegi. Because why? He refused to betray Prime Minister by destroying the Biafra Defense Forces and handing over to you. Another year, so you have now planted other people in different states that if they try to enter another state from the 40 states of Biafra that you claim, Kapia Yegi.
Now come Ika because we not another state can't tell you. That is the thing.
Kapia Yegi. That is the thing. I hope una dey hear me, sir. Minister Jare, una dey the university, una dey the
Honorable Minister, this is the military intelligence.
Oh, is academic highness.
Yes, I am. I wanted to
Greetings.
say something, appreciate your vibes and your explicatio. I appreciate your vibes and your explicatio because I'm on the way.
Right on.
You get the point. The person you call Ngozi Orabueze is a learner. He's a very, very learner. But we don't care about her learning technique because she doesn't have the technique, neither the technology. What is there is that the defense is for those that understand defense. If she would have concentrated on her own job, which is just to Prime Minister's small secretary, because she's not the only secretary to Prime Minister, but she had what you call hidden agenda, which I cannot classify into agendum because she's not yet born to understand the meaning of agendum. That is the reason why she is just rigmaroling in the spirit of algomitolo. That if the person like the she is not yet understanding her duty, but she has an ego to becoming known, not following the due process, she make mistake. That is on the side of when we think that she is a right person. But on the other side, she is an agent of the zoo because according to the ideology and the principle of liberation, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say that we must be whiter than white and whiter than snow, that we must stay on a platform, the platform of Biafra, which means we should not mix ourselves with the zoo, the sacrament of unum personarum nest misculium. But she violated that by connecting herself with the zoo. And you have the UPU, that is United People's Party. And as we are even contemplating on that, we saw on that military intelligence that she is aligned with what you call the Islamic bank system, the Taj Bank. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Thank you,
Amen.
Honorable Minister. Nobody should follow Ngozi Orabueze. Ngozi Orabueze as a Nigerian, talk more of a Biafran. Talk more of United States of Biafra. Talk more of BRGIE. Ngozi Orabueze belong to Uthman Danfodio, what you call the Fulani Mujahid Feminile. I hit my mic. God bless you in secula seculorum.
Thank you, His Academic Highness. Thank you. Thank you for your
My
input. Thank
minister.
you. Thank you. Yes, University.
Minister, I wanted to say that this other part involving themselves with Ebubago, I think is the clear part where they try to demonstrate the indictment of Prime Minister at a very high level. Because you know what that will mean when they say that Igbos are killing themselves and Prime Minister is trying to fund this terrorism that is destabilizing Igbo land. And Ngozi Orabueze was the one that was supposed to champion it in order for their effort to connect. So this is very, very obvious for Biafrans. So people like Gochuku Biafra who are following these people should learn now or never.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, University. Some of these people that you're calling their names and say they should learn now. Some of them, there are things they have used to brainwash them. Some they use money, some they use more lies, some they use voodoo to brainwash them. So, yeah, need less of wasting time to look for those people to realize themselves. Yes, yes.
Minister, once more, this lady, all the people she choose in her so-called states, she represents are this Bubago, are those Fulanis that speak Igbo, and the Organiru Biafra is one of them. Organiru Biafra is one of them. She's using Organiru to kill our people. And again, you realize that Musa meaning of insecurity is when our people are defending ourselves, we become insecurity. But when they are killing us, everywhere is okay. That is meaning of insecurity for Musa. Thank you.
Thank you. Ugochukwu Biafra, while
My
uh,
minister.
university, yes, wait, Mazi Matuegu. Ugochukwu Biafra, while university was saying something, you're laughing. And while Mazi Namba is saying something, you're laughing. So, Butuzor and the Biafra Defense Forces, Igoya Ejuego, because of not bowing down to Ngozi Charade, is a very good thing to you to laugh. And if they should cross from one state to another as the chief of defense staff of Biafra now, they cut them to pieces now. It's a very good thing for you. That's why you're enjoying the show. You see, that is why I said some of you, some things have been used to brainwash you that even wasting time to say someone should come and correct your brains is a waste of resources and energy and time.
Before
Dr.
before
Mbatu,
before
over
this
to you.
investigation
Yeah,
started,
yeah, yeah.
this
My
woman must have said the
information
same thing
minister.
Ikoya is to go to Prime Minister.
One day you are right. You are right because she would never meant anything good for us, the Biafrans. She's in us. She came to that cabinet or close to Prime Minister for a purpose. From everything that have been played out, when the senators are lamenting, when every complaint is going on in Nigerian government, everywhere are complaining because of the activities of the liberation forces. What they needed to do is to go underground. Do we have someone around him? Yes, we have someone. Who do we send? And she raised her hand. Father, send me, like Jesus, the one that told us the story. And she took a template from them, and began to play along with it. But the problem is that she never knew that there are lots of gatekeepers. Now you understand the reason why Odogu Obatobie said, even if you betray me, you will not succeed. And for those who are being so emotional, remember that Odogu also said, when they asked him,
What if you are arrested? He said it will be a badge of honor. His detention over there to us is painful. To him is a badge of honor because he knows he's coming out. Please, my information minister, I want you to also go to the other side where Ngozi destroyed Olo group on Telegram. I thought Roma played that. I think that was I'm in tomorrow now because you guys are still in yesterday. I thought Roma played that. How she deliberately, manipulatively, wicked. You know, when we talk about witchcraft, people are looking for maybe one bird that will fly in the night or one ikwi that will be flying and crying in the midnight. This is real witchcraft you are seeing like this. Witchcraft. Someone is practicing witchcraft before you, destroying things, manipulating things. Please, I want you to also touch that side where Ngozi deliberately destroyed Olu group that has almost 800 members in that group. When she found out she cannot remove the admins she don't like, she decided to frustrate that group, the group that Obatobi opened by himself, and made her admin. We are not happy. Oh. We are not happy. Biafrans are not happy with all that is going on. We are not happy. Touch that place, that Olu group that Ngozi destroyed, so that people will still listen and open their eyes. Because a lot of people are coming back. So many people are coming back. I know the calls I've received yesterday trying to authenticate. Someone sent me this voice, the complete note message of position of Adorama, trying to know if it's confirmed. And I begin to educate that person. And by the time I was able to dish out everything to that person, and he was confused. He said, but we never know that this woman is like this. Many of them never knew. Touch that on the side. Because that is where the most evil of Ngozi Orabueze was made known and exposed. Thank you, Muchineke. You want a more?
Thank you, Mwachineke. I don't know if
Meh,
the short words
meh,
that I have.
meh.
And I know I thought you can respect yourself. I brought you to the speaker for you to wait for your time and then say what you want to say. But if you now start disgracing your family like this, you will be prone to be expunged from here. So if you can see that there are other people here, they are not disgracing themselves like the way you just disgrace yourself now. So if you want to say something, wait. When I open the mic for people to start talking, you talk. They stop disgracing yourself the way you are, because you're not the only one that is foolish here. Yes, there are some other people that are foolish, but they try to maintain their foolishness. They don't bring it to the public. But you're here now, displaying your foolishness. I want to open the mic for everyone to speak. So that is why I want to finish play this thing. I don't know if that part of Olu is on this very one, because this one is just the part that deals with this Igoya Ejogo. Uh-huh. This is the only dealing on today. The complete version is there. I posted it out so everyone can go and listen to it. We'll come back again for that side of the Olu. Today was just for this very phrase. This very phrase that you see here, that they plan the elimination and the destruction of the Biafra Defense Forces. So it will be segment by segment so that the thing will penetrate Biafrans very well and they will understand the point. Thank you, Mazi, Dr. Mbatuego. So, I don't have anything against Butuzor. I am with that now. So, from the messages that drop, the boy, I think I keep saying is a nice guy. Mana, yeah, we saw Holyghost, so don't get it. So, yeah, yeah, man, you can Jugo. I am not. Faye Jugo. Their cup full because they sacrificed their lives to defend Biafra. So their cup now has to full. because they decided to have an idiot, a criminal and a traitor inside the government of Biafra and to work with, which have been used by Nigerian government. So Ifeya Ejugo, see, when you enter inside the bush to go and hunt with someone and then you think that the person get brain, you reach inside there, he turn the barrel of gun on you and turn you to the antelope. This is what you face. He turn round and carry gun, tell you, say, your cup don't full. Now you and they shout Biafra since so. Now they turn gun on you, tell you, say, your cup don't full. Why? Because he now decides to play the other part of the card for the zoo terrorists. Now it's no more Biafra. Now it is Ebubagu. Ebubagu are now the real armed group for her to use. So Biafra Defense Forces, you go here, Ijugu.
Against Mayamana, the Emirates Party state of Biafra. It is decentralized. As a commander in a state, in a San Economico state, in a Hauku state, in a commander in Yapawana, and the hunter in there with the Giaja. That is why Mandina Boma Holyghost, Mandina believe in a hardy, now come and eat out of hunter because we know that they came down another state can't carry you. That is the thing.
Yeah, go another state, kill them. Because they have committed crime of defending Biafra. They sacrifice their life, so that is limited. They cross to another state. If they go for any inspection or meeting, they should be killed because they refuse to bow to Ngozi.
And that is why they were not able to commit the havoc community during the transition between the Kano's time and the Simon Heba. They can't do it now.
Ask this person now that is talking. When we transited the ESN from the hands of DOS, which they handed 90% of them to Nigerian terrorist governors in Biafra land, to revamp. Many of them, you heard when Soludo was saying he has been communicating with DOS prior to his election completion, that they have come out to say they are no more doing Biafra. They have given them amnesty. They have given them money. They handed all the sticks and groundnuts that was available to the governors. Ask this AU that is talking now if she was anywhere to be found in autopilot then. So the foolish ones that are listening to her now, when you hear her talk, that is why they could not do this during the transition period of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to Simon Ekpa. Ask her if she was in Biafran autopilot. Ask her. The names you can hear that time was Dr. Nelly, Madam Oyibo, Madam Azuka, and Umuada. Those are the people that we stood together to revamp ESN that was sold out to the zoo governor. So those that were with DOS and Obedience that just came back now, when they hear her talk like this, they say, so she was here. Oh, she was here, right? She was here in 2021 in the bush. Until when they saw that the stabilization of the ESN has become more fortified. Until when they saw that the laugh they used to laugh us when we do fundraising once in a month. Until when they saw that the once in a month fundraising, we change it to two times in a month. Until when they saw we change from 2 times in a month to 3 times in a month. Until when they saw we change from 3 times in a month to every week. Until when they saw that one Nigeria started crying in a very loud voice. That was when many of them look in and then saw and see, oh, you will be shocked that while Simon Ekpa and his entire autopilot group were shouting, no elections in Biafra land, no Anambra elections, the person that is speaking here was making arrangement for Nigeria elections. You will be shocked. And when we were doing 2023 no elections, the person that is talking here was granting interview to One Nigeria that they are making every effort to see that every man and woman have a right and is allowed to cast a vote in 2023 of One Nigeria. One phase in Biafra, the other phase in 2023 elections of One Nigeria. Ask them, ask her, were you here during the transition process of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to Simon Ekpa? When ESN was scrapped? When One Nigeria wanted to take it over? And then Umuada, the women, stood their ground to be bringing their penny. They will be bringing their coin. They will be raising fund. They'll be standing their ground. When we'll be doing fundraising and they will be singing the praises of Prime Minister. Umuada and Prime Minister will be in the Zoom to create awareness on Friday and Thursday. Friday and Thursday. Just to talk to Biafrans to make sure every Biafran fall in for the fundraising on Saturday. We were there. You did not see them. No. They waited to see that it took 4 to 5 to 3 to 1 and many years to build the house. After it was totally built on a solid rock, they now jump in to come and destroy because they see the success. They see and know where this vision is going. If opportunity is allowed, just like the senator said, Mr. Speaker, the Senate is worried.
Mr. President, the Senate is worried that if the activities of Simon Ekpa, who is issuing the illegal sit-at-home order, is not checked, he may succeed in corrupting the minds of Nigerian youths and turning them against the government of Nigeria. Accordingly, the Senate resolved to condemn the sit-at-home in totality. Condemn the sit-at-home in totality. This exact thing that Ngozi did. Exact thing that Ngozi did. Condemn the sit-at-home in totality. Of Biafrans after the convention, Ngozi came out to condemn the sit-at-home that the Biafran people declared to revenge the death of their own. She condemned it in totality. So what is different from the template of One Nigeria given to her to come and do? Nothing. Adoka State, Karaba and Ando Chepia, we have one country, one nation, United States of Biafra. When you believe in now, you want to walk about another state. Come down, we'll be at that. That's all. So, you know, quite everybody fight to put that guy in a race. I'm going to put a race. I'm going to put people, Pocata people, can you carry a race? I'm not carrying it. I yesterday, I won't end that. I don't know what. I'm not going to what's the why are you wearing it? I don't want you wear. I just say, Biafra, chief of staff, can you check out the list? That cry and that laugh, they laughed. It turned out to be over 50 million naira. Over 50 million naira. Nyatala? Over 50 million naira of Biafra donations given to Ebubagu Caterpillar, and it disappeared.
The same mouth that you hear them laughing at Sonny and Barawa, Ajare Ogenkere, and the BRGI. It is that same mouth that they used to cry that over 50 million naira of that money that they raised, which we say bring the money to the Biafra liberation. They refuse. They laugh at us as you heard them laugh. They took the money to where? To Ebubago. And then they say, Ikoya Ejugo. If Biafra Defense Forces say anything, they will kill them. Their cup is full. If they make any move to enter one other state to do any inspection or do one or two, they will clear them through away. They will kill them through away. Then that same mouth that they used to laugh, thinking that they are making mockery of Sonny and BRGI and Prime Minister and Biafra Defense Force, it is that same mouth that they now use to cry and say over 50 million naira that they gave Caterpillar and then it disappeared. It is that same mouth that they still use.
So it is not something that is affecting only the South.
It is that same mouth that they still use to tell you that every structure that Prime Minister kept, that they have destroyed it. That everything that Prime Minister did, that they have turned it upside down. That everybody that Prime Minister sent out, that they have brought back into the system, Ebubago. So I go see Olutato, what was the name of the 14th state of Biafra, and everybody can walk. Yahweh, Bubagi, and I walk in the 14th state of Biafra. Ndubuko, I not condemn Nigeria. They made a crew to the Buku Haram. So now they painted the Buku Haram, Tiebena, and Ibrahim Guna Bobusia. Now, a Bubago, who put they painted the Bubago, but even at defense, indeed. Ekene kwemo bepie mumele spell o ebe munukuru so I go see ebe mumele spell olutato gbagba the name of the 40th state of Biafra and everybody can walk Yahweh Bubagi je na walk in the 40th state of Biafra ndubu I na condemn Nigeria na-eme recruit ndị Boko Haram so now they painted the Boko Haram tinyebe na ebelatawa na Igbo na-agbagbusi anyị now Ebubago awụrụkwuo na painted the Ebubago ebotibe na defense ndị Igbo ekenekwe mụ ebe PM mere spell ebe DPM unu kwuru so anyị gosi ebe PM mere spell olutato gbagba gị na-enwere 40 state of Biafra and everybody can walk Yahweh Bubagi je na walk in the 40 state of Biafra. Ndubuko I na condemn na Nigeria na-eme recruit ndị Boko Haram so now they painted the Boko Haram tinyebe na ebelatawa na Igbo na-agbagbusi anyị. After they tried all this and it did not work, they decided to look for a way of veiling the faces and the real identity of the Biafra Defense Forces. Because they have already discussed this one. You go here, it no work. Okay, when they go to another state, they will kill them. It did not succeed. What next? Listen to this one. They say they will bring their faces on ID card so that they can get all their information.
They put an order here, they will just question the order. Like for instance, the requirement for our men to act like regular military. That's a great idea. Why we don't want to say that? Oh, that cannot be done. We wanted to have some form of ID, a number, so that when they are costed, they can now be proud to say that they are Biafra soldier.
Now they hear them.
We cannot be a ragtag military. We cannot be renegades. We cannot be that because we are government now. We're a country now. So we have to start acting like one. We have to be responsible to our people. We have to defend ourselves and our people and our land. So in that case, there comes Geneva Convention. So Geneva Convention is very, very important for us to be under that Geneva Convention so that if any of our members is captured by the Nigerian authorities because they know they are the occupying force in our land right now. They are the occupying force. We are liberating ourselves. We can do anything in this world possible for us to liberate ourselves, including anybody that is in our way to eliminate that person. So we have that right. And now, now that we want our men to be recognized, to know who we are, to know who they are. And the only way we can do that by removing all these infiltrators. Then you see someone that is like a kidnapper, for instance. And the government, the terrorist government will arrest the person and return the person Biafra soldier. So you see some of all those criminals and return them. So we want to remove all that. How do we do that? By issuing an ID, some of ID card.
Issue ID card so that Nigerian government can be able to trace them, trace their families, know their faces, go after them with their address and every information that is issued. You don't even stop for the ID card though, as they have tried this. Because they don't try them. ID card. You know what? The next thing is you must go and open bank account. They say they should go and open bank account. They will put money to them direct into bank account, so that from bank account they will use it to track all their information.
Over 50 million. Over 50 million. Then the caterpillar. Nowhere to find the caterpillar. And I cried out. And I shout. And I scream.
You see, this is the place where they were laughing at Sonny, telling them, where is the money that you are people collecting from fundraising? Where is the money? Bring the money. Send it to the Biafra Defense Force because it is Biafra money. They were laughing why I'm asking them to bring the money, what they are using the money for. And then later, the cry of the 50 million naira that Butuzor now, which they brought, collected, disappeared. I salute all Biafrans. But I just want us to understand and see the Biafrans that have sacrificed their lives, the Biafra Defense Forces that have sacrificed their lives since 2012 in the bushes, to this very day to see that Biafra is the Biafra that we are speaking of. The reason why we gather in Lati, the reason why we gather in Helsinki, the reason why Musa and One Nigeria are crying on daily basis is because of the Biafra Defense Forces. And today you're hearing Madam Fulani telling you, you go to the Biafra Defense Forces because they refuse to bow to her. It's a pity. All right, the floor is open to the entire media to make it happen. Yes, let the message continue to spread, please. Take the mic and let it spread. Minister Ajare, are you there? Open the floor before you hand it over to us. So if you never sleep, oh.
Thank you. Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Wow. Thank you. Ngozi has been busted. And I am so grateful to Chukwu Kabiama because she thought that she would succeed in making a mess of all the hard work and efforts of millions of Biafrans who have stood behind our Prime Minister. You know, it is now that I understand that when we used to sing the song, "Ihe anyị na-eme bụ ihe mmụọ, na onye anyị na-achụrụ aja bụ oke mmụọ." You know, it is not those who sing the song, but it is actually what the song means. Because I was hearing one of the ladies that she sacked that was also telling them on Twitter, "Yeah, but she was there joining Ngozi to destroy. Yeah, but now the reality of Ihaneme is actually what is destroying Ngozi. You know, I'm beginning to ask myself, what a wonderful planner this Chukwuki is. You know, look at the way he just positioned Adadiorama and kept her there. Adadiorama was firing off us, fire us left, right, and center, curse everybody. But there was a purpose why Chukwuki Kabiama left her there. And if Adadiorama did not fire us, attack us, you know that this woman will not trust her to the extent of now revealing all these things comfortably. You know, to her now, she was talking with her own paddy, and she was speaking. Butuzor is nonsense. Butuzor ikoye jugo. Butuzor, that is the way she was. And then you ask her, all these people that have been calling this Madam Baba, Ngozi Kaigese, and each time they hear anything from her about Butuzor, that Butuzor is on her side, they will come and say, "You see, Butuzor have left these people." Have they now heard what that Butuzor means to her? That to her, she would wish that Butuzor was no more. But I want to remind her tonight that Igwe Butuzor bụ ogbu onye mgbe ndụ ya na-atọ ya ụtọ. Igwe Gentle the Yahoo bụ ogbu onye mgbe ndụ ya na-atọ ya ụtọ. These are people that have sacrificed their burning bush and they have sworn with their life that by hook or by crook, either dead or alive, they must restore Biafra. And Ngozi thought this was a joke, to come and make a mess of the sacrifice of millions. When Biafrans were going to the polls, almost 60 million Biafrans were voting. Ngozi was maybe throwing her nose at us and saying, "This thing they're doing now, I'm going to make a rubbish of it." Ngozi, I bet you with my 10 fingers and my 10 toes. Ngozi must tutuola kom. She must tutuola kom. I'm telling you, because the frustration that Chukwuka Biama is bringing on her is going to be too heavy. You know, hi, when I listened to that one that happened, that she did to Olo, she said she could not sleep. You see the wicked machinations of Ngozi. Ngozi is a bundle of evil, a packaged evil that the devil came and dumped in the midst of Biafra and thought that by the time she began to happen, that Biafra will be in disarray. But as that evil package was opened, the beautiful, glorious light of Biafra have dismantled, discomfited, dissolved her. And now she is shaking like a vampire that appeared under the sun of the rising sun of Biafra. Ngozi, hey, I'm telling you, those lovers of freedom that have seen nothing yet, you will encounter and see the beauty of Biafra. Because everyone that say you will not see Biafra, as my language and the people say, I bless you all as we continue on this space line and as I hand over the microphone to the co-hosts to continue from here. Thank you, my able Minister of Information. May the grace of the Lord be with you all.
Thank you, Minister Jare. Thank you. Co-host, over to you. Minister Ife, Minister Toti, over to you, please.
Yeah, thank you very much, Minister of Information and Deputy. Greetings from here, Toti, and all lovers of freedom. Well, after listening to this, and you are still confused, you know that you know exactly what you are doing. Because some of these people have come to realize that some of them, they knows what they are doing, and there is no amount of preaching. If you like, bring any proof. Some of them, mostly these ones on space, they know the truth. They know exactly what is going on, but instead of them to change, they prefer to make sure that they destroy this movement. And the only thing to do is to stop them. Like I said, as far as this Biafra movement is concerned, and I am seeing the way they are killing my people, I don't have friend in this movement. When we get to Biafra land, we'll start talking about friendship. Because some of them you are seeing, the reason why you are seeing them in this group is because some of them, some of them took decision because of their friends, which I know some of them. The decision and anything they are doing today, they are doing. And if you ask them question, they cannot answer anything because their friends said, because of what their friends said, is the reason why they are doing what they are doing. And tomorrow, somebody will wake up and tell you that we have to forgive this person or anything. That is why we have to put friendship aside, fight for our freedom, get our freedom. When we get home, we can be friends. But as it stands now, with what has happened, we have to put friendship aside because these people have caused so many things. If not because of those who God have already put in that position to make sure that something like this will not happen. The plans of this Madam Bao Bao was to destroy this brigade. I will continue to say it. I saw some of their all these her children on space writing that me, somebody like me, that I'm on the run. I laugh at these people. So the thing is that you guys can continue to make noise. Hmm? You can continue to make noise. Like I said in the afternoon, you can talk from now till tomorrow. You can threaten from now till tomorrow. The only thing is that you can never go close to me because all this noise on social media is nothing to me. It's nothing to me. I listened to one of them saying that calling my name today. I laugh. You guys can discuss me from now to tomorrow. You see this Biafra freedom guy who go block everywhere. Block. Who go block everywhere. You understand? Anybody that is thinking that when PM come out, PM will not start from beginning again. It's not going to happen. Never, not in this life. We go block everywhere. We are going to block everywhere. When PM come out, PM will be proud of those standing with the brigade. That is the most important thing. You think tomorrow you will come out and tell us that it was a mistake? I never know that this woman was deceiving us. And somebody like us, you think we are going to listen to those nonsense? The only people I have respect for are those who get the message when PMC fought back and continue what you are doing. Let's move on. March these people down, chase these people out of our land. These are the only people I will respect. But you see these ones who are saying that that message from PM, I don't think is true or anything. Why the same woman, this Diana made it clear on this voice note that when the person that wanted to pass the message to her, that the person was afraid to talk to her. And tomorrow somebody will come now and tell me that they don't know what is happening. They were thinking it's a PM did not send the message and those things. Brother, that time, no forgiveness. Nobody will discuss forgiveness that time. Because if maybe these people, this woman with her plans, and those people that he have already packed and put them around her, she wanted to use them to destroy everything that we are doing. But their anger is because if you listen to the way they are talking on that this thing, you will see the kind of anger they have for Minister of Information, Deputy Minister of Information, APM, Igwe Butuzor. Look at the way this woman, somebody who don't even know how this structure and everything started, he was telling the general himself that I don't care as far as you are following APM, you are following Minister of Information, Deputy, and that they don't longer care about you. If you enter another state, appear to again. If you enter another state, appear to again. You see that voice note? It's important. That voice note will continue to play it. We will continue to play it. PM will listen to it. At the end of the day, all of us, we are going to judge ourselves. But don't forget, whatever you are doing today, if I'm the one that is wrong, when we get to Biafra land, judge me with anything. But if you are the one, don't forget that the judgment day is coming for anything you are doing. Because as far as our people, they are killing our people, we will continue to keep the record, count it, so that we will use their blood to judge every one of you that is trying to destroy this Biafran government. We all know that Brigi will liberate our land before we get that name USB. And the worst is that some people don't even know that with all these things you people are doing, Biafran people can decide tomorrow and say that USB, they will not answer it. They can decide tomorrow. Biafran people can decide anytime and change that name. So you want to use that USB to deceive people. USB that you cannot find anywhere if you go to Google today, you will not see it anywhere. Go there and search about a Brigi. You will see everything about Brigi. You cannot find their USB. You want to click it there, you only see charger everywhere. And you are coming to use it to deceive our people. Everybody should remember, put it in your head that when the time comes, those who sabotage this movement, they will face the court. Thank you very much, Minister of Information and Deputy. I greet you. Toti, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much, Ife. Thank you very much, my Information Minister, Honorable Sonny Akbarawa, and also the Deputy, Pastor Van, the Shaolin Egg Master of the Biafran people. Actually, you guys have really done so much and done well with the opening speech, and then consigning this the excesses of this particular woman of concern, which is Madam Bao Bao. She's so ignorant of so many things. That is why she's dancing naked all over the marketplaces, because you don't threaten your military. No matter the disagreement or maybe the argument that you have with your military, the last thing you can do as a leader or as a person or as a citizen in any country, in any democratic country that respects the rule of law, is for you to go ahead and start threatening your military, that you know that they're the backbone of your government, that without them, whatever you're doing is just nothing. So she's full of ignorance and wickedness. That's just what I actually see in this particular individual. And it has always been without a way is going to be the highway. And we, the Biafran people, the day we decided to come together to form, can be able to restore our country back, we all have this heart of humility, and we always try to consider one another in order to make peace among ourselves and see how to forge ahead in unity. But we all have seen from utterances in this voice record that was heard at that diorama, we all can see the kind of statement that is coming out from this particular woman. And if you have a critical mind or a critical thinking, you will know that this woman has nothing for the Biafran people. She only came into this Biafra restoration project as a sleeper cell, which was planted by the Nigerian terrorist government, because it's very obvious now that whatever is the principle of the Biafran people is what this woman always goes against. So I think there's no too much time to start, explaining or trying to convince everyone of us to really know what stands for and what she's trying to do in this Biafra restoration project. And the reason why she's lamenting and crying so bitterly and even volunteering to sabotage the Biafran restoration project and also the Biafran defense forces is because she knows that she has lost. Because assuming that she's having any hope that maybe at the end of the day she can be able to topple the government and hijack the government, she might not be coming out openly in a discussion like this, that she even know might even be going public, even though she's so ignorant of whatever she's doing, to be, so much hatred and condescending words that is just coming out from this woman. And if we listen to this particular voice very well, you will see the way she belittles everybody, even our prime minister. She belittles everybody. She calls the men on ground, oh my God, that is as if maybe they are. How old is she? That she's calling everybody, oh my God. Imagine matured men, some of them are married, some of them are in their 40s, in their 50s, being inside the bush for years, trying to protect the land of Biafra, but all you can do in your private conversation is to use condescending words against them and belittle them because you have no respect for the Biafran people. So that is why she can be able to come out and be using such kind of condescending words against this particular Biafran Defense Forces, and even everyone that have stood against her sabotage, even our acting Prime Minister Honorable Nkere, the way she belittles the acting Prime Minister, also our Information Minister, and also the Deputy Information Minister. But all I have to say, I want to thank the acting Prime Minister and also thank the Information Minister and his deputy for standing strong to resist this woman, despite so much attack that came to all of you, but you all still stood your ground and make sure this woman did not penetrate the gate. You became the three wise men that blew the whistle against this particular woman that has come to destroy what we and the Prime Minister and also have suffered for so many years with tears and blood to build up to this moment. And as Ife said, when you go to make research of the USB that she's perambulating everywhere, parading everywhere, as if maybe it's a legal entity that wants to give the Biafran people freedom. Only thing you will see there is just USB charger. You can pick up your phone wherever you are and just type USB, because that USB has never and have not been recognized as a country or as an entity fighting to restore a lost nation. So that is why you can never see anything historical about the Biafran movement attached to that USB. The only place you can be able to see the historical movement that is attached to the Biafran cause is when you go into IPOB. That's indigenous people of Biafra, which our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was the leader, and also the Biafra Republic government in exile that took over from there and make sure that we are at this point in time where we are, that the world have recognized and the world are beginning to hear our voice. And now such person is coming to tell you to leave such government that was instituted to restore Biafra that is not recognized anywhere in the world as a country or even as an entity fighting for a country. So sometimes it baffles me that some people that we think they are learned, they have something upstairs, are just following this woman sheepishly and also making a caricature of themselves all over social media. But what I want to tell them is that they will not understand what they are doing to themselves now until tomorrow. They will come to understand, and they will go back to all those videos, all those voices, the spaces, the programs they had against the Biafran Republic government in exile and against over 50 million people that are supporting the Biafran Republic government in exile, which our prime minister, our prime minister is Ngozi Simon Ekpa. They will come to realize and see how stupid sound and how they mess themselves up when they are trying, to protect and support evil, support lies, support illegality, support fraud, because this particular woman is a fraud, arrogating herself so many positions. She's the DPM, her so-called DPM. She's the so-called acting head of state. She's the so-called so many names that are not legal. You understand? So it's just all about the Nigerian mentality. Just go in there, grab the box and run with it, just like what the terrorists Tinubu said during the last their 2023 presidential selection that they called election. That's what this woman is trying to practice in Biafra, but which we, the gatekeepers and everyone of us that are here today have really stood strong and said no to that illegality. And that is why she's running mad all over social media now, trying to see if she can be able to stay convinced more people, because our people are really coming back and our people are really seeing the truth, and our people are beginning to understand who their enemies are. And this particular woman of concern is the #1 enemy of the Biafran people. As it stands now, if you are not saying it in that point of view, start from now and start saying at that point of view, because she is the infiltrator that was planted by the terrorist Nigerian government into the Biafran Republic government in exile. But we thank Chukwu Okike Abiama for giving us the strength, the wisdom, and understanding to be able to decipher on time and really find out who this woman really is. And today we have the upper hand against that. Now she's just trying to see how to rescue herself from this mess, but she will never be rescued out of this mess that she has put in herself into, because at the end of the day, she's going to face the law of the Biafran people, and she will be prosecuted accordingly and sentenced accordingly. There will be no forgiveness, because she has done so much sabotage to this movement. So thank you very much, every one of us that are here today. Thank you for gracing the space. So I would like to hit my mic here. Ife, back to you. Is our information minister there?
Yeah, but I will bring people up. But the thing is that if you are coming here to ask question, I'm the one that is controlling it. If you come here and you try to misbehave, I will send you to exile. Believe me. Thought you go ahead.
Okay. Thank you, Mazi Ife. University, our minister, are you there? University in Kende Biafra, are you there, sir? University is not there. Defense MID Brigade, do you have anything to say before we start moving the mic? Defense MID Interbrigade official, are you there? Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, all these people I'm calling is like they are not on their mic.
Okay,
Brian, are you there?
Mona still pity us when they for homeland first. Time don't go far for here like this.
Wait.
Rage. Please don't unmute. No, unmute. Just calm down first.
Wait.
Okay,
Wait.
let allow him to go first. But Rage, don't unmute again, please.
Rage, oh yeah, you can go. It's a privilege, it's not a right. So try to be respecting it. Thank you.
It's a privilege, but at least Mona still they face a lot of challenges here. Either we face network or we don't have battery in our phone. You understand? The little time when we enter here, now Mona still they pity us. You understand?
That one first. Go ahead.
I greet everybody. I greet the Honorable Minister of Information and all the true Biafrans all over the world. I greet all our leaders. No time to mention names. And those true Biafrans that are sincerely fighting for the freedom. May God's blessing and protection continue to be upon us. And those that are fighting against the freedom, that are pretenders, the sickness upon sickness continue to be upon them. The calamities upon calamities continue to befall them. That is our prayers. You know, sometimes there's a common trend that I'm beginning to notice from the time of from the time they kidnap Onyedumazi Narikano, that those saboteurs, they are the never do well people. Those saboteurs, they are the dummies, the dumbest people. In fact, lower than animal in reasoning set of people you can ever find. No matter how eloquent they are in their speeches, in their English, and you know, they just speak English, but they can't really reason critically. You understand? I've got to understand that trend that the never do well are always on the part of the saboteurs. We have them on the part of BOS Nigeria. We also have them on the part of this Nigerian woman, Ngozi Orabueze. You understand? So sometimes they are very pathetic set of human beings. You understand? But still, we move ahead. My message to the Biafra Defense Forces, the entire Biafra Liberation Army, is that a hidden enemy is more dangerous than a known enemy. Today, you know your enemies. They are so exposed. They are out there in the public. So mind how you deal with them. You understand? So that is a message that I want to pass to them. And secondly, these people think that we are, whether they take us to be like Fulani, I don't even know. The decentralization of the military that he's talking about, if you notice critically, you realize that this is the same pattern the British used to divide our people. They divide us south, southeast, to the point that Urobo speaking person will be seen speaking person as an enemy. Ika speaking person will be seen Ikwere speaking person as an enemy. Igbo speaking person will be seen. You know, these are the kind of divide and conquer that they introduced into us. This is exactly what this evil Nigerian woman, Ngozi Orabueze, is trying to introduce into the military. These are young men and young women who volunteer their lives, who willingly, nobody forced them. They gave their lives that they want to defend motherland. They want to defend our women and our children, our men and our women, our youth. They came in love with unity of purpose. That unity, that purpose is get the freedom for Biafra. Then look at what the Nigeria agent Ngozi Orabueze is doing, trying to divide them and bring hatred into them. That the military that are in charge of Urobo Isoko state now, they cannot step into Igodo-Migodo. When they step into Igodo-Migodo, they become an enemy. They should be eliminated. You understand? So, but what they fail to understand is that if we civilians that have no training are wise enough to understand that divide and conquer amongst us into us by the enemies, and we are every day we keep educating ourselves with the purpose of reuniting with our brothers that we were divided for, so that we can have the number to fight and conquer the enemy. How much more the trained military of the Biafra Liberation Army? So Ngozi Orabueze, you are such a dummy. You're too dumb. In fact, yeah, you know, this is why I always say yab you. You know, they say make you go to school. Probably maybe now hook up you go to do from one allergy to another allergy. Look at the result now. Eh? You understand? So it's quite pathetic. What makes you think that this simple trick can work on Biafrans, intelligent, smart Biafrans? What makes you think that it can work on them? So my dear Biafran Liberation Army, you know your enemy, you know the plan, especially to our triple star general, Igwe Butuzor. You see the plans they are having for you behind the closed door. Foolish Biafrans that are still stupidly and blindly following. You heard the secret conversation that once the Prime Minister comes out today and he makes the move to unite everybody together, that they will carry their bag and move. And Ngozi Orabueze concorda me go there, yeah? You could move, I go still there, yeah? You understand? Our people, you guys should be very wise. Because these enemies, they may look tough, but they are not tough because they are not, they don't really have the brain upstairs. You understand? You know, the other time I was listening to Go to 47 explaining that after PM, who is the next, who should be the next in command, who should be the next hierarchy, and we go to 47. Boribo was saying that is COS. That was how I was asking the question, that between family member and family staff, who is closer to the family? And when the head of the family is not available, who is supposed to take up the affairs of the family on behalf of the head of the family? You can liken that analogy to the government, a cabinet member and chief of staff. Members are the staff. Members are not staff. Cabinet members are not staff. You understand? Chief of staff to the prime minister. Normally, if it is we are fully liberated and we are on ground as a people, the people that are working for the prime minister, like his cook, his drivers, these are the people that Ngozi Orabueze should be chief over, not cabinet members. You understand? So because of their dundee, people like go 247 when they say make it they go school now for you no go agree. Now where you go they find we by road they push carry load from carry load push load up and down and or if you no push load you go do small for do pickpocket somehow he find his way through desert land himself into Europe and the Europe when even they now you know they work they do laziness up and down. Now woman even they feed them less privilege. You understand? So he's building on the whole business promising that is good charter plane for him because to him it's like he's lost in Spain. He's not going to be able to afford transportation back to the Nigeria that they are aiming to come back to. Eh? So when he just finished that, because they promised to charter a flight for the they are so happy. They dance to the tune. Ngozi Orabueze opened a charity account for the being the chief of less privilege. Hey, he uses his two hands to grab it. These people are very pathetic, honestly speaking. Don't look at the one they call Marvelous Arize. They recruited into special forces. Just imagine. This is why you see that they cannot confront real men that can challenge them. They only go and kill women and children. They only go and kill innocent girls, women, rape them. These are the only people they can go to. Look at the way Marvelous Arize is now. 15 of that Marvelous Arize, okay, that would be exaggeration. Let me just say 10 of Marvelous Arize cannot match me when we do a man to man. Because that guy, if you see the waka pass now, better breeze blow. If you know put two big stones for his pocket, the breeze will blow him away. You understand? So these are the kind of people you are recruiting into security architecture. To do what? When they even, these people say, when they even see real men, they will run away. Because they are terrorists, they have this terrorist mindset. That is why you see they always go to where civilians are. They attack civilians. They cannot even confront real men that can handle them. You understand? It's quite unfortunate that money.
Rich, please, can you just take 1 minute to round up so we can take other hands so we can.
I'm rounding up already, my brother. So still on stay. We are moving ahead. So our Biafra Defense Forces, you know your enemy, our General, Chief of Defense Staff, Triple Star General Butuzor, you heard it all. It was not doctored. It was live, you understand? Live conversation. So you heard it now, that somebody is planning so hard to take you out. And I want to say to you that from the entire 40 state of Biafra, the military is one. They have the right to move from one location to another location to do their work, to protect the land of Biafra. The military is one. You are one brother, you are one sister, one blood, and one purpose.
It's now obvious and open that our number one enemy is this particular woman of concern, and every Biafran need to start seeing this woman for who she is and try, if you're doing anything with this particular woman, disassociate yourself from her. She has nothing good for the Biafran people, because she has already made her stand clear that if our prime minister comes back, she will leave the restoration project. So if she have any future plan for the Biafran people, she will not be such a state to let you know the came to destroy and see how to sabotage the movement. So thank you very much, Rachel. Amazi Onyekachukwu, the number you there.